for. But you can get those on his Instagram page. You at least find a way to follow and get a hold of some of his merch if you want it. If you want some of ours, just email us or go to our website. E is going to 3-bet to 500. Puts out a purple out there and says, I'll make it 500. Three-man group folds over to Rampage with ace-9 suited. E again with Cowboys.
Real hand here, getting called by Rampage, looking for clubs.
10-6 deuce.
Not a good flop for ace-9 of clubs, but pretty favorable for a pair of kings in position.
When I have kings and ace hits the board.
350. Rampage does not like to fold, but again, we saw Rampage take care of E in an earlier hand there when it was just ace high versus what was it, queen high? Ace king missed for E, but now he doesn't have ace king. He's got a pair of kings. A lot better shape as we take a turn now. Seti Magetti.
Seti Magetti for E. Jay Flats from LA with the super chat. LA player. Been loving the action and the commentary. Thanks for joining us, Jay Flats.
That, Jay. Every 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, Wednesday and Saturday. Come back and join us each and every week.
Rampage on his option. Checks. Big bet, 1,300 from E with the Seti Magetti. Kind of would want somebody to catch up there, wouldn't you?
I guess you might be charging diamonds.
Yeah.
You know, the Jack Queen's already burned E once already tonight, so he's not going to be giving anybody an opportunity to suck out on him. Says maybe he has a real hand. You never know. A pair of sixes, deuces, tens, diamonds that might elect to continue. So Rampage taking his time here. Maybe he has dreams of making a move. But again, this would not be the right time as there's not a lot of hope. In case you do jam it and get called, you don't really have any mirror outs.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Coming along just with calling here. So maybe electing, you know, the rep diamonds. If a diamond may, like, I don't really understand the thought process here. So now he's completely whiffed. We saw him take this line earlier. Go for a river bet that got E to fold. It was 2K on the river then.
Yeah.
But neither player had a pair. Now E has this locked up. Only worried about 7-9 perhaps, but that wouldn't make a lot of sense. So Rampage just checks. Maybe trying to rep diamonds. E will not be checking this down. He'll be firing out a bet.
Wow.
Not quite sure what size E's going to go with. I don't really know what he'd be putting Rampage on. I think he might go somewhere along the lines of half pot, or maybe like 1,800 to 2.2, somewhere in the middle of that.
Very close. 2.2.
There you go.
Mikey.
You know, it's what I would be doing if I have E's hand. 2.2 on the money. Rampage has not snap folded, so looking calm here, thinking over his options, and my Lord help us if you're a Camp Rampage, which I know a lot of you are in the chat here, if he goes for the all-you-can-eat special. Reaching for the purples, the plums, as we like to call it.
Remember, he did this earlier tonight, Mikey.
But he led on the river for 2K. Now he has checked, facing a bet of 2.2 with just ace high.
Don't do it. All of his fans are saying.
On the edge of our seat here in the bunker. Now he puts the plums.
Oh my goodness. Quick call.
All in. All in. All you can eat.
Rampage.
And snapped off. So there we go. So E gets a lot of the losses that he had early on in the stream. Down 15K early. Rampage goes for it, but again, that line, very fishy, did not make a lot of sense.
Oh, my goodness.
The check jam on the river for all of it, and that pot's 18.8K, and Mr. Rampage will be going for a reload.
Wow. It worked earlier. E could not get his chips in fast enough. The minute he heard all in, he was calling.
I didn't even hear all in. I thought it might have been a call with an ace-high hero call, but then we saw the all-in placker, and E snap calls in under a second for the full double.
And that's certainly going to be the largest hand that Rampage has ever lost, because he told us earlier that he bought in for $10K, was the highest dollar amount he ever has bought in for. Unfortunately, he zigged when he should have zagged on that hand. Oh, that was tough.
And E's back in business here, so what could have been an awful night for E now has turned into a manageable night for E. And we're going to have to take a look at these winnings.
Cumulative winnings.
Still down 5K after that hand, so you can just imagine how bad of a night was going on. We don't see Rampage because he's just been felted, but he's down 10K.
Yeah, he is. And, we had a great interview for about 30 minutes on Wednesday with Rampage, and his poker story is very interesting. He just started playing poker about 3 years ago in college, UMass Amherst, and really got involved in poker and has parlayed it to a great vlog. And, wow. That was a tough hand right there.
Interesting if, what his thought process was. I guess he's just trying to rep a flop set. I don't think, the straight there would have been very credible. But when you're repping, a flop set and you're up against top set, you're going to get snapped off in under a second, just like we saw. And very fortunate for E after a rough start, as we are almost in overtime, 10 minutes away from overtime, and now E almost back to even after being stuck 15 dimes early.
Yeah, and chat, look, everybody's been there as far as making a wrong, incorrect play, but I mean, come on, he's in the arena. It's very easy for you to see when you're seeing all the cards. It worked for him earlier in the night. He tried to make a play, it didn't work. E had just a great hand. Seti Maggette. The only hand that beat him was a straight 7-9, which wasn't even